Hello everyone, welcome back to another Kerbal Space Program video. Today I'm going to do a tutorial how to find Easter eggs. Unfortunately, we do crash in the mission. I built this rocket already, so you don't need to watch build time lapse. Comment down below if the build time lapse is necessary. If you just want to see the construction of this rocket, I'm sorry, but I can't. But I can show you the parts of it if you want. So, one thing you need for sure, you need a probe core. That's the propionic, whatever it's called in KSP. It's the probe core. Okay, just put this reaction wheel. It's on the bottom, right there. I just selected it. It's absolutely necessary because you need KerbNet to find Easter eggs. Unless it's going to be very hard. And now let's launch it. Okay, this is taking a while. Really? Come on. There we go. Okay, so this is the rockets. Let's launch. Feel the power of those mainsail engines, the mainsail engine, and those solid rocket motors. Okay, now I can say those. So that solid rocket motor is firing at full thrust, so is the mainsail. We are going to use the solid rocket motor. I'm sorry it took a little bit long to power the mainsail. I was just messing around with staging. And to start your gravity turn, you should probably aim for 45 degrees when you get to 10 kilometers. When you get to 10 kilometers, you need to be almost 45 degrees. And then your next goal is to get to 30 degrees in 25 kilometers. So always do that. This is a good time in the commentary that you can notice. You can see that command pod there with Jeb in it. Jeb is at the bottom right. Once again, you saw Jeb in the last episode for the first time. Jeb. Let me start that sentence again. So Jeb, in the command pod, is going to unfortunately die in this mission. Hopefully he will survive for a long time, but unfortunately he crashes at the Mun. Okay, and ran out of fuel. So now we will switch to the Wolfhound engine that I put in this craft. By the way, the Wolfhound engine is part of the making history parts. It's not in the stock game. And you might also have seen some other stuff like robotic parts. That's part of the Breaking Ground DLC. I have both DLCs plus a few mods. If you see in the last episode, check the description box. You will see the mod list, and I will show you the mod list in this video as well. So don't worry because the mod list changed. As you can see, last time I had stock visual enhancements. So I'm gonna tell you all the mods right now. It's Gatera, environmental visual enhancements, stock configs. So always install the stock configs if you want this look. Better time warp, waterfall, Kerbal engineer, redux. I never mentioned that in my last episode, right? I don't think I had it, but anyway, I have Kerbal engineer, redux, better time warp, ClickThoughBlocker, toolbar controller, Scatra, Eve plus stock configs. So that's all the mods. By the way, I just rushed through that commentary for the mods part, and now came to here. I am doing my orbital insertion burn. It's not really that interesting. And there we go. We are in orbit. That was fast. Or next. Okay, I'm kind of struggling to commentate. And I'm sorry if I sound a tiny bit nasal, but I still have a little bit of a cold. It's not that I have a huge cold. I had it when I was planning to publish another video. It was a Space This Week video. I will plan to publish another video kind of like that. But if you see me kind of nasal in the video in this video. It's because I have a little cold. Anyway, also one thing, let me tell you about my video schedule. If you want to see all my videos, my next video is going to be in 2 weeks. So every 2 weeks I make a new video, hopefully every Thursday and Tuesday. I almost said Friday, but it's not Friday, it's Tuesday and Thursdays. I'm planning to make videos. If you don't see one Thursday, I might start publishing them very soon. But if you don't see those videos soon, that's because I'm still working on them. It will appear as Space This Week title, something like that, or like it will appear like Space News with Theo, or Space News just that. I will publish those videos if I can. But if I can't, I don't know. I just can't. But if I can't publish the videos every day, I'll publish them when I can. Okay, I'm just gonna try my best to make those videos, and most of them are going to be in Universe Sandbox. It is a game I have as well. This is Kerbal Space Program, not Universe Sandbox. Universe Sandbox is basically a game that I have. It's very cool. You can build planets and stuff in it. Okay, and back to the tutorial. I'm gonna talk more about Universe Sandbox later. Okay, so this is a very important part. You need to get a high orbit around the Mun. If you don't, then you'll have a bad scan of the Mun with KerbNet. KerbNet is basically like a little box. So if you click access KerbNet, or whatever it's called, if you access that, it will appear a map of the Mun, or whatever you're orbiting. If you're orbiting Eve, it's going to show a map of Eve. If you're orbiting Kerbin, it's going to show a map of Kerbin. Whenever sphere of influence you're in, or whenever the scan gets, it's going to show a picture of the sphere of influence that you're inside of. And it also replicates distance. So if you're 300 meters up, 300,000 meters, 300 meters, or 300 kilometers above the Mun, then the map will be big, a big round circle of the Mun. If you're very close to the Mun, like 30 kilometers or 30,000 meters, it will appear. It will appear just as a surface map, not really a circle, which needs to appear. Anyway, now for the KerbNet part, we're going to separate the fairing, not really necessary. Oh, and I forgot to click clamshell deploy. I guess I clamshelled it, and click on KerbNet, access KerbNet, or KerbNet access, whatever, and then you're gonna see this map of the Mun right there. Click the little button there to refresh if you want to do it manually, or click the top button, the third one, and when it says 3.5 seconds. That's the most efficient way. And now whenever you go around, you're going to scan the Mun, and whenever you see little question mark right there, as you can see, I found an Easter egg. That's the question mark. When you time warp around to when it is on the surface, you're gonna see a click waypoint, and then it's gonna make a waypoint of the Mun, which is going to show where that Easter egg is located. You can delete it, or if you don't want to visit that Easter egg specifically, or you could just go to it and deorbit. I'm gonna just go to it, and spoiler alert, I crashed at the Mun Arch, and I accidentally did a major spoiler. Yeah, it's a Mun Arch. Oh, and your KerbNet access will not access the map if you're not in a connection to the Kerbal Space Center. So that little icon, that little yellow icon, that needs to be yellow, red, orange, or green. I think it is. It needs to be red, orange, or yellow. Okay. Or green. Well, not orange. I don't know the colors, but it's basically red, yellow, and green that I know that are true. Right now I'm just time warping around, but that needs to be green, yellow, red, or red. What is the other color? Oh, I can't see it. But basically, if your map of the Mun is not showing a circle, then or get into a more eccentric orbit, or just do something else entirely. Or just leave for another celestial body, the nearest one to you. If you're in somewhere like Dres, then you don't have another celestial body, or just do whatever and try and get into polar orbit. That's the most efficient way of finding Easter eggs, getting into polar orbits of planets and moons, and then you're just gonna find an Easter egg when you're just time warping around. It could be on the pole, it could be on the South Pole, it could be on the equator, but that reason that it's the most efficient way is because that orbit is going to pass by every single place on the planet, and at one single point you're gonna find yourself above an Easter egg. You have to, there's no way unless there's no Easter egg on that body that is discovered. I'm pretty sure there is, but if for some reason don't find it in a polar orbit, that's fine. Or if you just don't do it as fast as I did, it's because I'm kind of used to it. This is my first real finding on the surface of the Mun. I tested it out on the surface of the Mun, but I never really looked right into it. I didn't really test it out much on this mission. I just tried this in first go. Now I'm gonna try and land at that Easter egg, and spoiler alert, yes, it is a Mun Arch. That is probably the first Easter egg you'll ever visit on the Mun. It's a Mun Arch. That you can find you can find other Easter eggs on the Mun, including the every single planet wise green monoliths. They're pretty rare to find because they respawn every time you load a new save file. So every time you load a new save, you're going to see that that green monolith on something somewhere. It is completely different of where it was originally. So always look out for those green monoliths if you find yourself in a situation like this. Whatever I was trying to say. And spoiler alert, there's a Mun Arch very, very near this one. You can see that. You see that little, not little, gigantic crater with a little canyon on it. Oh, it just disappeared. But when it comes back to the map screen, if you see that gigantic crater on the very edge of it, somewhere on the edge, oh, there it is, somewhere on the edge of that, you're gonna find a Mun Arch. It's not the golden Mun Arch from KSP 2. Oh, and there it is. The Mun Arch is in view. You can already see it if you're a great spotlighter. If you don't see it, I'm gonna put an arrow right now. Oh my gosh, perfect timing with the engine ignition. I didn't know that, but there's the Mun Arch that I told you that spoiler alert was true. So now I'm gonna try and land there, and spoiler alert, another spoiler alert, I'm just gonna do a quick save and quick load when I crash into the surface. As you can see, I'm trying to burn retrograde, and then at the very last second I deploy the landing gear, and then I realized I'm about to crash, and then I just crash into the surface. And as you can see, I kind of tried a quick load on a very, very bad situation. And unfortunately, my second scenario of crashing, it's going to be running out of fuel. I tried to deploy the landing gear. Unfortunately, Jeb did die. So yeah, and here's my second attempt again. It was an autosave quick load. I should have made a quick save. I'm so sorry, but Jeb is not going to survive this in this video. This is actually one of my first times killing Jeb. I'm sorry I said that, but this is gonna be unfortunately my first time seeing Jeb die. Don't worry, Jeb will respawn. I'm gonna try and respawn him at the end of this video, but it might not work. But there's the Mun Arch again. This time I got a lot closer to actually the landing. I didn't slam it to the surface at 300 meters a second, but I did try my best so far. Yeah, that is almost the end of the video. By the way, here I'm just gonna tell you more about Universe Sandbox until I get to the moment of where Jeb crashes. Universe Sandbox is a game where it's a sandbox in space, so you can like smash Earth with an asteroid or the moon or anything. You can basically do anything. One time I built a curveball system, like this system that I am now. It includes Moho, Eve, Kerbin, Juno, Dredge, Jewel, Elu. Including all the moons, these are all of the moons, spoiler alert: Gilly, Mun, Minimus, Ike, Lath, Val, Tyler, Paul, Bob. Oh, and 1 second, I'm just gonna take a break because now is my attempt of landing number 2, and unfortunately, I told you, Jeb, unfortunately crashed into the surface of the Mun. He's nowhere to be seen, but hey, at least I told you how to get to the Mun Arch. But this was not a landing tutorial, okay? Never take this as a landing tutorial because it was a failed landing tutorial. But yeah, I did kind of do a tutorial of how to get to the Mun Arch. Hopefully, when you see this video and you're searching how to get to the Mun Arch, hopefully it's here. As you can see, just trying to zoom in, see if there's literally anything remaining. If there's anything remaining, I would be happy, but unfortunately that wasn't. Now I'm gonna go back to the Space Center. I didn't bother doing another attempt because then the video would just take ages of me just attempting to to land at the Mun Arch, and when I do select a successful attempt, I'm not gonna be able to record this video. It will just take ages for you. Oh, and by the way, here it is. Jeb, Val, let me try it again. Val, Bill, and Bob are in the astronaut complex, and for some reason they're still there even after 2 hours of time. Oh wait, that wasn't 2 hours of time warp. But if you just leave to the Space Center, but Jeb is dead, then your time warp 2 hours, then it's good. Thank you so much, guys, for watching, and I will see all of you in the next one. Bye!